Hello. I think I got my audio levels right. People were complaining about that earlier. Yeah. So, um, doom. It's upon us. Western civilization is over. We're just like Rome. We're gonna fall apart. Why? Social degeneracy. You don't find this funny? Like this idea that it was an overabundance of twerking that collapsed Rome. It wasn't, you know, military adventures, misappropriation of funds, the complexities of dealing with nature as a, by our standards, primitive society with its cycles and feasts and famines and such. It's just one day the people that built the greatest civilization the world has ever known, a civilization that we base all of ours on, essentially, in a large influential part of the world. Yeah, they just, they kind of became decadent. What was it? Caligula took his horse into the Senate or something. Now everybody's going to come at me with this minutia. No, this and that. And you don't even know anything, obviously, because Caligula was at this date and not that date near the collapse. Yada blah, I hit it, dude. That's completely irrelevant to my fucking point. Because a lot of these folks completely forget. We laud the greatest generation. And there's things to laud about every generation. And having survived 2 world wars, that's pretty epic to come out of that and set a society on a trajectory that led to what we have today. While it's not perfect, it's pretty impressive. But at the same time, hey, there was a vortex there that sucked them into 2 world wars back to back, a double whammy. So, were they twerking in the streets back then? You could say, why more Germany? I'm like, yeah, but by and large, these influences that are like the sturdy bedrock of civilization were still intact. Maybe not as much in World War One. I mean, World War Two was in World War One era. I'm just going off a very general knowledge of history, but come on, the whole Judeo-Christian values, which the Judeo part. Come on, I'm not disrespecting anybody of any faith, but it's primarily like Christianity that philosophically defined the course of the development of the civilization that we have, along with a number of other things like secular thought and philosophy, and intermingling of those two things. The Judeo part is just, I guess, a parcel of that, but it's funny how everybody always cites this as like, why? Is that an after effect of feeling guilty after World War II? I never understood that. It just because it just seems inaccurate primarily, but I'm going off on a tangent here. So let's come back to how twerking didn't end the Roman Empire and won't end us. And what got me on this tangent today was I've had a cold. I woke up after taking a nap after work, and I was just scrolling. I saw a Black Pigeon video, and I'm like, oh, this guy occasionally makes interesting points. And immediately it just starts talking about decline and degeneracy and Western civilization and Rome and all of these, what I've basically come to see as just semi-jingoistic talking points. And so I thought, hey, I have these thoughts buzzing around my head. I'll go ahead and comment on them. That's what we're doing right here, right now, folks. Hopefully you find this delightful, insightful, and relaxing in my bad but cozy lighting. So, the civilization that we sprang out of, that holds all of our foundations, the people within it, they became, a bunch of Kardashian followers. That's what brought down again, this to me, if you're trying to look for a solution to societal ills, you ought to look to things like outsourcing. You ought to look to things like all of these military bases we have all around the world. You got to look at the fact that people are not compensated for useful labor, we've set up incentive structures based entirely on profit and profit driven by weird little sexy popularity contests. Now, that's where you might say, you know, that is the degeneracy, but that's like a very small aspect of it. Everything else I said is way more huge. But hey, pay people that do the things that put a roof over your head and deliver your food to your grocery stores, and pay them well and treat them well and don't talk to them like they're stupid. That might be a good first start. Yeah, just how about that? Yeah. So that's basically it. That's my little 6-minute take here. I might come back in a bit and do some more commentary on this and that I find, but I'm gonna finish my coffee first. Oh, so you like original eclectic multimedia content? Well, you're on the right channel. But it's pretty hard to do that. I had to climb Mount Avante Garde to acquire the sacred glove of Avant. It's very, very floppy and impotent and doesn't particularly like day jobs, which is why the only way that it can be used to stay the hand of boredom is through your subscription and your comments and your likes. And also, even more powerfully, consider donating to the Subscribe Star or the Patreon, as is your good pleasure. Thanks so much. I have a website called thefractaljournal.com where you'll find all kinds of stories, and stay tuned here for more videos, as well as check out my SoundCloud. Much love, and cheers. Avante!